What's going on, YPR? It's 1 a.m. I am so fired up right now. I'm going to make a little video because it seemed like everyone enjoyed my last video on how to create leads through Facebook. So I said, you know what, screw it. I'm going to keep making these as long as people enjoy it and if people benefit from it. And that's awesome, both people on my team and people not on my team. If people are enjoying it, I'm fired up. I just want to help everyone succeed in this business. But this one's going to be on edification because this is something that cannot be stressed enough. Edification is huge because edification is something you do at the beginning of an Uvu call or the beginning of a home event. And first impressions last forever. If someone's not comfortable with either you or the person who's on the Uvu call, your upline, then it creates a bad start. And bad starts are hard to recover from compared to a good start. It just sets the mood off right. It opens their mind, and when their mind is open, they will really hear about this vemma opportunity. And if someone hears about the vemma opportunity with an open mind in the right way, sky's the limit. It's almost pretty hard to say no. So I'm going to give you kind of like a real life example of what I would do if I had Richard Bischoff on the call. Richard Bischoff's the ambassador in the business, one of the highest paid people. He's like the 40-something highest paid person in the business. So, it's worth edifying him. I'm sort of doing it right now. Would you look at that? But say Richard hopped on the call, you get the little uvu noise, ba-doop, 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 whatever the hell it is. And he hops on, he says, Dan, what's going on, buddy? How you been? And I'm, Richard, I've been awesome. How are the kids going? How's everything with you? Oh, they've been great. It's a lot of responsibility, yada, yada, yada. You know the stuff. Just kind of shooting the shit with them. That way he knows, like, oh, this isn't the pyramid scheme guy. This is Dan's buddy. He's here to help. And then I'll be like, Richard, I know you're a busy guy. I don't want to take too much of your time, but here's my buddy Jake here. I'm so glad you hopped on to take the time to talk to him. Richard's, the 47th highest paid person, in all of vemma. His biggest check in the business is about $9,000, I believe, right, Richard? And he says, yeah, it's something like that. And I say, he got the car years ago. He's been doing it for a long time. Listen to what he has to say because I met him out in San Diego, California. He made me feel at home, and he really changed my life. And he's the reason I'm really excited about this. Something like that. That wasn't perfect, but that really gets him, the kid, with an open mind to be like, all right, let's hear what this guy has to say. Pat Murray, another kid that I really like to do calls with, is Pat Murray. He's up at UNH, and I can take a little different approach with him because, he's only 21 years old. Maybe he just turned 22. I think he's only 21. And edify him too, because hey, Jake, this is my buddy Pat Murray. He's been in the business for about 11 months, maybe 12 months. He's at the rank of star executive, which is crazy because in the next 30 to 60 days, he's going to hit presidential, which is $100,000 a year. What got me so jacked up is that he's a normal, average kid making this much money. It got me fired up. I think his biggest week in vemma is over $3,500. So definitely listen to what he has to say and check it out. Boom, that's all you have to say. That is so much better than having someone hop on an Uber call and not saying anything. Same thing with Ian, same shit. Ian Lenhart here pioneered this whole YPR movement. He got me excited about this. He drives the white BMW. His biggest check in vemma is over $3,700. Definitely listen to what he has to say. He's going to hit presidential in the next 20 days. Boom. That right there is the difference between possibly getting someone to sign up and getting them not to sign up. Because the coolest part about the whole edification process is, as an upline, and this video goes for you future uplines too, when, someone edifies the shit out of you, make sure you give it right back. I know with Pat Murray does a great job of this. Hey, this is Pat Murray, biggest week in vemma, $3,500. He's had the car for months now. It's crazy as hell. And then, he hops on there and says, yeah, I got the car in 7 months. It took me about 6 or 7 months. Dan here's going to do it a little quicker. So, he's probably the guy you should be listening to. But, I'll tell my story and, see if maybe we can fit this into your life. And now your friend's thinking like, wait a second. Dan's friends with this guy. This kid's making fucking $3,500 and he made that in 1 week. And he, like, my drinking buddy, Dan, is gonna do it faster. That really opens his mind. And like I said earlier, dude, when you listen to the vemma opportunity with an open mind, it is a wrap because we have everything you could ever want. So that's a quick video. That's all I'm going to say today. Edification is massive. You edify the upline. He edifies back to you. We share the vemma opportunity. Rack 'em.